TD-110, a Stormtrooper, arguably says one of the most important lines in Star Wars and is the best example and the first example we ever saw of Force powers. He was born on the planet of Parsh and was kind of considered a wildling of those peoples. And when the Empire showed up, they took over, forced the people to work into the mines. And TD-110 was used by people in his tribe to kind of ferry information around because he was not a noticeable child. He heard rumors and was told eventually that there was going to be a rebellion, so he betrayed his people and reported the information to the Empire. Of course, he was rewarded. They were not. Going on to become a Stormtrooper on the famous Death Star, after the Battle of Scarif, we kind of see a little bit of his life in a book from a certain point of view. When the Death Star plans are captured by the rebellion at such a great cost, Princess Leia Organa, had been dispatched by her father to go retrieve Obi-Wan Kenobi because he was their only hope. She was going off to Tatooine to recover the long-lost Jedi, but Darth Vader was on her trail. When he successfully captured Tantive 4, Princess Leia sent R2 with the Death Star plans, and R2 escapes with C-3PO to the planet of Tatooine. Vader, of course, was like, I'm not going to get my feet all sandy because, well, I mean, not actual feet, because he doesn't have feet. Poor Vader. He sends down lots of troopers to go retrieve the plans. So, TD-110, a commander now, of his own foot patrol unit number 7, goes to Mos Eisley to recover the missing droids, as they realize it was 2 droids that had, or an assorted number of droids, had the Death Star plans. So, they're waiting in Mos Eisley, happen to see an old man and a young boy with a bad haircut show up on a speeder with 2 droids. TD-110 questions them, but of course says, move along, move along. Other members of his unit, such as TD-7556, didn't question this because 1, it's an old man. Why would he be part of the rebellion? And 2, TD-110 was known to always repeat things. Things that other people said and things that he said, because that's just kind of how he was. Probably some PTSD, who knows. The incident at Chalmun's Cantina between Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ponda Baba, and Dr. Ebasan alerted the Stormtroopers, so when they arrived, TD-110 realized nothing was really going on, but TD-7556 was told by Atals that they had seen the droids, but they had left and gone off into the desert with some sand people. So TD-7556 was like, mental note, I'll go after them. Probably. But, of course, Garandan the Kubas had actually seen the droids and witnessed the fact that the Millennium Falcon was in docking bay number 94, so they rushed off. But, too late, Millennium Falcon disappeared off into space, and TD-7556 wanted to go up on his own leads, ran off, got onto a dewback because they are a sweet-ass ride, and he had been eyeing them up like all day, runs off into the desert with his lovely new friend, and realizes he's probably not going to come back. Starts to strip off his armor, but sends in an incident report. And because of this incident report, the Moffs back on the Death Star found out some information that TD-110 kind of screwed up hard. And that was the last we ever heard of TD-7556, who ran off naked on a dewback, which is, can't blame him. Sweet ride. Back on the Death Star, TD-110 was about to have a shower, and a Moff shows up and is like, well, do you not hear these alarms that are going off? Because you should be back in your armor now. TD-110 is like, I just did a triple. Can I not? And they're like, no. You're already kind of like on our radar, so get your out. He, at this moment, he's not feeling very well because the fact is his mind was kind of raped by the Force. He suits up, and they have to go investigate what the incident at control room number 327. He sees Vader in the hall and says some nasty, mean comments about him, which is not cool because Vader's the best. And of course, at that moment, that's when he clues in that those were the droids. I let them go. Those were the droids. That old man did something and bumps his head on the door. In control room number 327, there's bodies all around. The rest of his troopers dispatched to go check out what's going on in the detention center. And TD-110 is convinced by C-3PO that, they need some maintenance, so he lets them go. Horrified by the fact that he disobeyed orders again, realizing that those were the droids. Shit. He goes off after the droids, has a blaster raised right at them. His comm goes off in his head. It's now a Moff saying, "Put down your blaster, report." He's like, "Put down your blaster, report." So he goes and reports, reluctantly putting down his blaster, which probably would have saved what saves the rebellion by not shooting them, but he probably could have saved everyone on the Death Star if he shot the droids. But then we wouldn't have the rest of Star Wars. Poor TD-110. Likely he was demoted. We don't really know what happened to him after this. Probably, for sure, died on the Death Star. And poor guy. He was just having a hard day. And of course, because of that moment, that started a lot of things for a lot of people. Anyways, more of these. Subscribe, check out. I'm also going to be doing some stuff on some other site, which I'll put in the show notes as well. Well, TD-110. The holes of New Hope filled in. Adios. It's time to move along.